Hello there. We're told that the Royal Navy is on standby to help police the UK exclusive economic zone from the end of the Brexit Implementation Period. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Now this one has got the left and especially the SNP hot under the collar, because the Telegraph reports that armed vessels primed from January the 1st to stop EU fishing boats illegally entering Channel. The Royal Navy is preparing to protect Britain's fishing waters in the event of a no-deal Brexit by deploying 4 patrol ships, it emerged on Friday night. And this, says The Times, will include Royal Navy police being given the power to arrest French and other EU fishermen who illegally enter Britain's waters in the event of a no-deal Brexit. And the report goes on to say that the relevant legislation is being drawn up by ministers. And straight away there are catcalls about gunboat diplomacy. Because being Royal Navy vessels, the River-class patrol vessels are fitted with armaments. A 30mm Oerlikon remotely operated gun, designed, says the RN website, as a ship protection system to defend Royal Navy frigates from various short-range missiles, rockets, grenades and explosives. And it also has a 20mm Oerlikon automatic cannon, capable of pushing out rounds at the rate of 1,000 a minute for short-range anti-aircraft defence. They also have a crew of 45 and can carry 50 Royal Marines. There are 8 of these vessels operating out of Portsmouth, and one of them, HMS Forth, is the UK's permanent presence in the South Atlantic. Anyway, they have been used for fishery protection work before, and it's reported 4 of them may be deployed for this duty after the 31st of December in the event of a no-deal Brexit. The former First Sea Lord and Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Lord West, is fully behind this, and he told the BBC Radio 4 Today programme, "It is absolutely appropriate that the Royal Navy should protect our waters if the position is that we are a sovereign state and our government has said we don't want other nations there. There are complications in that you can push vessels aside, you can cut their fishing tackle, but boarding these foreign ships, they'll need to pass probably a little thing through Parliament to give authority to board and get on them. There is no doubt if you are a fisherman who has fished for years there, they are, as our fishermen are, quite stormy people, and you get a bit of a punch-up, and you might need some marines and things." And he's also quoted by The Express as saying, "I don't think people will go around shooting at each other, but if people are bolshy when fishing, it can be difficult. You have to be robust." Now, some have likened this to the days of the Cod Wars in the 1970s between the UK and Iceland. But back then we were able to throw 22 frigates at the problem. But these days, those sorts of numbers no longer exist. Now, the SNP is not happy. Their Justice Minister for Scotland, Humza Yousaf, tweeted, "Gunboat diplomacy will not be welcome in Scottish waters. 62% of UK EEZ is in Scotland. Police Scotland and Marine Scotland will protect fisheries if necessary. Chief Constable has primacy. UK Government has confirmed with me Royal Navy will not be deployed unless Chief Constable requests." With Marine Scotland, for example, operating 3 unarmed enforcement vessels and 2 helicopters. But Deputy Chief Constable Will Kerr told MSPs in October that in the middle of the winter, in the middle of the North Sea, it's unrealistic and impractical for Police Scotland to be thinking about, even in terms of our preparation, looking at practical onboarding of fishing vessels which are 13 or 14 miles out into the North Sea in the middle of January. That just isn't going to happen realistically. So if a lot of EU trawlers do take their chances, then there may be no choice other than to call the Royal Navy in. because not doing so could be seen as a dereliction of duty under such legislation as the 1976 Fisheries Act. So if anyone in the SNP is hoping to be matey with the EU by turning a Nelsonian blind eye to any infraction, then they might come unstuck, and they would probably incur the wrath of their own fishing community in the process. But there is another fly in the ointment for the European Union. The Norwegian government has said that in the event of a no-deal Brexit, they would have to close access to their waters for both UK and EU fishing vessels from the 1st of January onwards. And that stems from the agreement they have with the EU and the one they now have with the UK. The Norwegians say they would need some sort of new three-way deal if the UK leaves the bloc on WTO terms. Norway, remember, is outside the European Union, but within the European Economic Area. Now that would be a double whammy for EU fishing vessels, instant loss of access to both UK and Norwegian waters. Wonder how Norway will police that. And further, will the EU reciprocate and ban Norwegian vessels from what is left of the EU exclusive economic zone? On this, the Norwegian Fisheries Minister, Emil Ingebrigtsen, told his parliament, "If we do not get a deal by January the 1st, we will not open Norway's economic fishing zones to vessels from the EU and Britain. Neither can we expect Norwegian vessels to get access to their, that's the EU's and UK's, zones before a deal is in place." So the Norwegians could probably fish quite nicely, thank you, and the UK too, but EU vessels will be squeezed into a much reduced area. And that is terrible news for one Emmanuel Macron. But he seems very belligerent about it. The Independent reports, "Fish has remained a point of contention between the EU and the UK, with France's Emmanuel Macron saying he would not give up his share of the fish in the channel to the detriment of his nation's fishermen. I'm not asking to have my cake and eat it. No," he said. "All I want is a cake that's worth its weight, because I won't give up my share of it either." Wonder if he'll be as loud when he next talks about Norway. But the depressing thing about it is that there are so many people in the UK that are using this potential patrol ship deployment to batter the government with, and they're Tories to boot. Tory MPs Tobias Ellwood and Tom Tugendhat, as well as Lord Patten. Now let's go back to what the Royal Navy website says about the River-class patrol vessels. They have largely helped to protect fishing stocks, but also are frequently called on for general duties at home and abroad. They have largely helped to protect fishing stocks, and they have conducted that task while we were in the European Union. Yes, that's right. So why is it right to use armed vessels to protect fishing stocks while we're in the EU, but not right after we've left? So it's okay for the UK as part of the EU to engage in so-called gunboat diplomacy, but not once we're an independent and sovereign nation. I call bollards on that one. It's pure doublethink straight out of the George Orwell 1984 instruction manual. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about this so-called gunboat diplomacy? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.